Okay, true believers, we are live! So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly editor-in-chief today, because today we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign, playing Pinnacle Entertainment's outstanding Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, and we are making use of their terrific Superpowers Companion to play a team of Canada's finest superheroes, the Guard. And with me today are the stars of the Guard campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing today? First up, we've got John.
Hey everyone, I am John, and I'm playing Blaine Staunton. He is a supernatural magic user, and revealed in a previous session, maybe he has a Faustian pact going on.
Nice. Next up is Will.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm playing Cygnus, the Dark Star of the North.
Nice. And last but certainly not least is Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I play Mind Warp, and he is a psychic speedster.
Very nice. So guys, the last two issues, we have seen you dealing with the inadvertent jailbreak from the Kingston jail that did involve a whole host of superhuman and ne'er-do-wells breaking out of the Kingston pen. Out of the 10, 15 or so supervillains that did make the breakout, how many did we stop?
Was it two?
It was two, yeah.
Good punch and Frankencon.
Good punch and Frankencon. So we got.
Oh yeah, fuck Gut Punch. We got that guy.
Clothesline one super speedster, and you'll forever have his name on your.
You'll be in prison for your full sentence. That's for sure.
And then there was Frankencon, which took the whole team to down. Yeah.
He was a bit tough.
So what we are picking up with, guys, is the immediate aftermath of that. We would see, this is on the screen, you see the waterfront for Kingston. The pen is further inland, but I think you actually might see part of it right there. I think it's further away from the waterfront. But that might be it there. In any event, did I post any? No. In any event, we see you guys standing over the downed, massive form of Frankencon. Smoke is coming up from the aftermath of the breakout of several of the more superpowered ones. Just as a refresher, the ones we saw last time included Pyre. Mind Warp, you transported Guard Dog to the local hospital. We also saw Killgator make his escape. Dog. And we saw the creation of the Third Reich's finest scientists, the Geist, a superpowered robot. That Mind Warp, you had a unusual relation or unusual encounter with, right?
Yeah, I don't even know how I would describe it. I'm not sure how evil he is. He's like a true neutral or something. He's like
yeah, because he did seem to do something to
he's
Guard
like
Dog,
indifferent to humanity, almost is how he felt.
Wonder if he was working with Replicaster. So,
yeah, Replicaster was the one that Cygnus you had indicated as being responsible for. He at least suggested to you that he was the one responsible for the breakout.
Right.
However, let's pick up with the immediate aftermath. There are sirens. There is smoke coming up. There are emergency responders who are arriving. There are fires that need to be put out in the prison. There are still some regular prisoners who are being rounded up as well. And there's an awful lot of cell phones out capturing footage of what is going on. You guys have an opportunity to look at one another. Cygnus is still a little beat up. You may remember he was given many hugs by Frankencon that nearly broke the exoskeleton for his armor. But he's holding in there, thanks in no small part to some healing magics from Warlock. What do you guys wish to do next?
It's time for like a PR damage control. Once we make sure that Frankencon is fully bound and unable to get free again, I think Warlock will go around trying to put out some fires with magic.
Okay. So you head up and start you casting some... you'd have to stunt them, I suppose, because you don't have any powers, do you? That direct. Look what I got now, guys. I have your characters all printed off. Nice. You'd have to use some other magics, but that's
cool. I'll kind of like a passive thing to like snuff the oxygen out of the area, and then like super sorcery and get 5 rounds of it. And so I can just
I mean, if it's sorcery, I think you would not even need to think of it in terms of that kind of scientific logic. You would just dispel the fire, right?
Yeah.
What about Cygnus and Mind Warp?
Mind Warp is, excuse me, probably running around seeing if anyone is injured, because I can probably get injured, prison guards or whatever to the hospital faster than an ambulance. If they're in bad trouble.
Okay. So you easily shoot. You're transporting injured people, because there is, especially inside the prison, there's a lot of folks who are injured. What about you, Cygnus?
I kind of thought so.
Excuse me.
Why, that he's gonna crush your ribs even more than you thought.
Yeah, I know, right? I think he's going to go back in to kind of where all this started, back to the control center, make sure everything, it comes back up and works well. And possibly, since Replicaster said he was kind of behind it, he's probably going to look to see if there's some evidence of that.
Yeah.
Like, is there a line of code that's still going to be there that can cause it to happen again?
Sure. So why don't you give us you would need to stunt your, what is it, interface? I can't remember what this power is called, but it's the one that allows you to remotely connect with tech.
Yeah.
But then why don't you give us a hacking check?
ABC.
That one's going to need some attention.
I don't think I had it originally. I think that was a new one I picked up.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. It's trait modifier.
On the upside, I think each advancement you put towards it now would give you 2 dice worth.
Yeah, if I took one advancement and put it all in it, it would be 2 dice.
All right, you want to Benny that?
Yeah, that damn wound.
Okay.
Fortunately, I can't heal anymore. You're going to have to regenerate that yourself.
Yeah, and that may be one of the next things I'm going to do. Come on.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so here's what you find as you're kind of going into there. If you're looking really hard, there is definitely evidence of someone having hacked into the network and having deactivated. Like, this is not a simple matter of like, there's one, this isn't a Rube Goldberg prison where like one thing gets pulled and then suddenly everything falls apart, right?
Yeah.
They have, someone has very carefully constructed a way that your interacting with this would precipitate a catastrophic failure and would release everybody. It also appears that they have done, Replicaster has apparently had a bit of a grudge. He has been setting things up so that you would be the one responsible for this. You can also see where he has managed to access you. This has been waiting for you to access kind of the, criminal database, as it were, or the penal system database. Had you gone in almost anywhere, this would have resulted, and it would have led back to your computers and your access points back at Ravenscrag in Montreal. Oh. But as it stands, you rolled well enough so you can see clearly that that's what's set up right there. The trouble is, it's set up in a pretty compelling way. Yeah. If someone goes in and looks at this, they're going to find that you are, like, basically you set up the plans to break these villains out. You still could try and change it yourself, or you could trust that whoever is going to investigate this you'll be able to tell them what happened, and they'll accept that. So, what would you like to do? Do you want to change it to make someone else to blame for this, or make it clear that Replicaster was the one who did it, or do you want to just try and explain what's happened based on your findings?
That's a good question. I think he definitely, he knows the code and where everything is, so I think he can explain it to someone fairly easily.
Okay. That's a lot of trust in people just accepting what you're saying, but...
Yeah, well, I'm a superhero. You're supposed to trust me. I'm just thinking the flip side is what if it goes wrong if I try and redo it?
Definitely.
What goes wrong then?
Yeah. All right.
And that always makes me think, that to me is a more guilt-inducing thing, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's good. I don't fault you for that decision.
Superhero logic.
Yep. So then, what you find is you've got that in there. Do you want to bring that to anyone's attention, or do you wish to just wait and see when?
I guess the warden. That would probably be at least where to start would be the warden, and then the warden would say, "Oh no, you need to go talk to, the head of, IT or whatever."
So there would be the Kingston Police. Or members of the Ontario Provincial Police, the OPP. OPP is still a thing, right, Jeff? It's not hasn't been replaced by RCMP.
I believe they're still around.
Yeah, it's one of the few. There's only a couple of provinces that actually have their own provincial police services. Yep, they're still around. So it would be probably the OPP who are responding in here. For our American players, the RCMP sometimes contracts in as local police services in smaller places. So actually it would be Kingston PD, now that I think of it. The Ontario Provincial Police takes over for provincial jurisdiction. Each city, like there is a Toronto Police Service, for instance, so there will be city-based ones, municipal-based ones, and then there's also, the RCMP has both federal mandate and a local mandate, and then a lot of small towns just contract with the RCMP to do local cop stuff for them. Does Morden have a police service, or do you guys have the RCMP?
We have a police service, yeah.
Oh, do you? Okay. So
we do.
Then what? You meet with the Kingston PD as well, guys. Mind, Bob, you be dealing with the and Warlock with the emergency responders as well. And Cygnus, the warden. Let's see here. The warden of this place is going to be. Let's see here. Stephen Buscema. It sounds too much like Steve Buscemi. Let's make it.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, well, I'm like, well, I'll mash up Steve Ditko and John Buscema because those are the first two Spider-Man artists, right? But that's just too, Jerry Buscema.
Okay.
Roy, how about Roy Buscema? Really leaning into my references here because Roy Thomas took over for. What's his name for Stan Lee for writing Spider-Man when Buscema was still writing, right? So, Warden Roy Buscema will meet with you. He is a skinny, kind of bespectacled, middle-aged guy and white guy. And you're, when you get your, I guess you're sort of probably helping out in whatever ways you can as well, Cygnus. And when you do ask to see the warden, you were brought before him at kind of a crisis area further inside the facility. And when you come in, he turns and he says, I don't think we've had the pleasure, Cygnus. Warden Buscema.
It's good to meet you, Warden.
You and your team were pretty fast on scene.
Well, we had originally come here to speak to a prisoner.
Oh?
And
he looks at the administrator, or looks at other people who are on his staff. I wasn't aware that you were at the prison before.
Well, we had just kind of gotten on the scene when all this happened. And
when you say on the scene, what do you mean?
Here.
Were you here before or after the outbreak? Because I hear that you were here quite quickly.
Yeah, I think it was kind of simultaneous almost.
Give us because you're lying.
No. It's not a lie.
We were totally here before.
You guys were here and meeting with a prisoner when all this went off.
Yeah.
So.
No, I know, because I was in the computer system. Trust me.
Yeah.
Technically, Mind Warp wasn't here.
Yeah, Mind Warp was at the university. Okay, so let's...
We do have a speedster.
Let's see here. Give us a... Persuasion check, please. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to resist it with his will or spirit. Okay.
Let's try that again.
I'll spend one of my bennies. There we go. A 6.
Oh, he's an enemy. He has enemy.
Oh, he's
bennies.
an NPC. Also, it means he's got any wild card who's an NPC has their own bennies. Okay. So you say you were here. You're on scene. His eyes kind of narrow, which seem even smaller in the kind of oversized, spectacles. We have protocol for vigilantes to come in and meet with prisoners. I wasn't aware that you had submitted any information to request a meeting with the prisoner.
Oh, well, we hadn't quite gotten through the paperwork steps yet.
There's that, awkward silence where someone doesn't laugh at the joke that you're hoping them to laugh at.
Yeah.
And he holds his eye contact with you. Who was the prisoner that you were coming to meet?
Oh, God, and now... wasn't it the guy that designed the place?
No. That's the guy in France. This
okay.
was...
I'm sorry. I'm thinking somebody else. Who were we going to meet with here?
Didn't we call him Mr. Cagliostro or something like that?
That is correct. Cagliostro.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So when you say the name, he looks over at one of his aides who kind of looks through, he's got a tablet up that he scrolls through, shakes his head, and it seems that Cagliostro is no longer a guest of His Majesty's services. What do you know about what's happened here?
Well, as we were trying to help clean these things up and make sure everything was okay, I looked at your security system, and it appears...
He leans forward. You accessed our security system without request?
Well, it was either that or just leave it alone and let more people escape.
What did you do to the security system to prevent people from escaping?
Made sure it was still going to work, because apparently that was the root of your problem. That's how all this happened. Someone
taps him on the shoulder, and he hands over a tablet. He looks down at it. He seems to tap on it as if to start something. And you see one of his eyebrows slowly arc up as he's watching whatever is on the tablet. And his eyes go up to you. And he hands the tablet back to his aide. Cygnus, is it?
That's correct.
You were saying someone accessed the system.
One of your prisoners.
That's your story?
No, that's the truth.
He looks at one of his aides and nods towards them. They hold up a cell phone or a tablet and hit something. He says, "Tell us again your version of the story. Where were you when this happened?"
During the chaos, Replicaster.
Where were you, Cygnus?
I was talking to him. He indicated.
Where were you, Cygnus?
I just said talking to him.
You were talking to Replicaster?
Yeah, because he had escaped and we were trying to stop them.
Hero, did you take a blow to the head?
No, but my ribs really hurt right now.
I asked you, where were you when the breakout occurred?
I just told you we had gotten here when all that went down.
Oh, and he looks at his aide, gestures back at a screen comes up, and it shows up a security footage. And it's you and Warlock sitting and talking to Cagliostro, you turning around and then gesturing towards the camera, and then the camera kind of shakes and flashes, and then you see your armor form up around you and you fly off. You were saying?
I don't remember flying off, actually.
Well, that's where you went to go and fight the
that was when we knew it had happened.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was actually, we were still talking to him when all that went down.
He looks at his aides, and one of the guards steps forward, and he says, "I think we're going to have to take you into custody."
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Here's the deal. You can either look at your source code and see
there's
where
three guards get ready their sort of depowering stuff. So it seems as if they're taking you into custody, unless you want to try and escape.
Oh yeah, no, you're not taking me into custody.
Okay, then let's. Here we go. Okay, so then let's open up this here. We'll remove all turns.
Amazing.
Yep.
I like it.
There we go.
Become the bad guys? Oh.
That's
Law enforcement. Because as far as law enforcement is concerned, if it's not them, they're bad guys. Doesn't matter.
I get it.
Well, so to call back to like a previous issue, doesn't Mind Warp remember Cygnus as a bad guy from a different dimension?
Someone has suggested that.
Or someone suggested that. Not that I remember it. Just
remember
that,
Warlock had a vision.
Yeah, the guy who... Warlock had a vision. Cygnus has had some unusual encounters, and then mind warp. You've got that conspiracy theorist. The guy who runs that website.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so this isn't going to be a great parallel for it, but it's the only kind of like armored guard dude I've got right now. But we'll use these here. So there are 3 of them. I'm going to put my initiative tracker over here. We're at month 4, guys, of no deleted initiative trackers, so 2024 is going to be the year of not doing it. Let's see here. Put these guys down here. And let's draw some cards. Here we go. Deal. Turn order. Ooh, okay. Let's keep it interesting. I'm going to draw. Ooh. Jack of clubs. You want to spend it? Oh, everyone gets a Benny, by the way.
Oh, well, that's good.
Do you want to spend a Benny?
Yeah, let's go ahead and spend a Benny to redraw and see if I can get a better.
Okay.
Could I subtract a point from using my power stunt earlier?
No. That's just like narrative stuff. Yeah, you guys don't need to worry about that. Cygnus's did involve a dice roll. That's the only reason he would have to spend one. So 9 of clubs. That's better than you got before. But
it's still not as good.
Yeah. You want to blow another Benny?
Yeah, because I'm trying to get out of here is really what I'm trying to do. It's not like I'm trying to fight these guys. I'm trying to fly the hell out of here.
10 of hearts.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you could change your initiative tracker, remember, just put to 10H and then hit enter.
Got it.
Okay, there we go. There we are. All right. So the 3 of them are going to work together. Try and get you down here. Let's see. And I do have... Oh, you know what should be showing up soon is, or relatively soon, the Horror and East Texas box set showed up like a month ago or so. The new Necessary Evil stuff should be showing up, which is going to have a whole bunch of new stats for villains and stuff. So that's going to be awesome.
Where you're getting all these villains from.
Yeah, these are all from this stuff. Or, I mean, I had at the start of last year, I think. Yeah, it started last year is when I was doing the conversions, right? Mm-hmm. So I've also got like, I don't know, 90 or so pre-written characters I can draw from.
They're very good.
No, thanks. All right, here we go. Here we go, civilians. There, a special unit. Okay, so... Fighting. Ooh. What? Oh, actually, I don't need to ask. Guys, because I printed it off.
I have them printed off.
Parry of 6. Okay, here we go. All right, so there are... yeah.
You took all the trouble, then I increased one of my stats.
What'd you increase? Which stat increased?
It was vigor, so my toughness is 1 higher.
Oh, great. Okay, I'll just make that change right now, so don't forget. Your toughness is a 9, and your vigor is a D10. Good stuff. All right, so then, Cygnus, one of these manages to connect. And I think I need a vigor check from you. I did not get a raise. Oh, I did get a raise because of the gang up bonus. So I need a raise, vigor check up -2, please.
Good Lord, this will end well.
Nah, I got faith in you. Dark Star of the North.
Remember, I still have a wound.
Oh, do you guys have conviction?
No.
I don't think you gave it to us.
No, so you should have conviction after defeating Frankencon.
Cool.
Yeah, so everyone's got...
Oh, okay.
Double check.
Okay.
Oh, no, I do.
Okay, yeah, remember you either do or do not have conviction, so...
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah, actually I have it written down. I do.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Apparently I slacked off and didn't write it down.
Okay, so you are unfortunately stunned. Which means that, let's see. Stunned, situational rules. Look at my Marshall screen here. Adding it. And let's see. Here it is. Combat stuff. Nope, it's not on that either. Sorry, guys. Not on my sheet. Gotta grab the actual rule book. So, let's see. Stunned, I believe you get to make a check at the end of each round. So stunned, you are distracted, you fall prone or to your knees. I think you're to your knees. It's just kind of like hitting you and you drop to your knees. You can't move or take any actions. You don't count towards gang up bonuses, and you're subject to the drop. So +4 to hit you, +4 damage. At the start of a stunned character's turn, he makes a vigor roll. Success means you're no longer stunned but remain distracted and you're vulnerable. On a raise, it removes all of your efforts. So you already made your save, the first one, not save, but, resistance to it. You drop to your knees. It then gets to your turn. Cygnus, give us another
vigor check.
Vigor check, please, at minus... Oh, is it the same... No, not a -2.
Just a regular one.
Regular vigor check, yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, and now could I activate my conviction?
Yeah, but you might want to see what the dice roll is first, because remember, you can activate your conviction at any point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
and nice. Look at that! With a raise, you shake it off. So what do you want to do?
I'm flying out of here.
Okay. So that would give him all the free...
Literally all he's doing is trying to put distance between himself and them.
Okay, so then that would give them a free attack on you. Did you want to do something else before you... Oh, you don't have any... Yeah,
let me grab my... I don't know why I don't open this at the same time I open my character sheet. I've got a Word document.
Well, the thing is, you've got no Benny, so you couldn't super science or stunt something.
Yeah, but I have another power.
Oh.
I still have gravity control.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to look at it and see if there's something I could do with it.
Yeah, with
quick. Because I've got it all written down. I just got to...
Yeah, no, that is a pretty versatile.
It is.
So, darken.
So damage, dampen, darken, and distract.
Yeah, darken would make everything obscured, so it would be dim light. Would give Marshall screen. Where are you? There we go. That would give -2 to their attacks.
Yeah, I think darken's probably better because, like if I look at distract, that was kind of what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. But it's at the end of my turn they're distracted, and they would actually be the what you call opportunity attack.
Exactly, the free attack.
So yeah, darken's probably the best one to do.
Okay, so there's what does it look like as this wave of gravity hits everyone?
It's like the ambient lighting and everything in there. It's not like it goes dark or anything. It's more like everything warps. Yeah. It's like you can see this kind of definitive warping of space-time. And that makes the lights kind of go off angle and dim out as the photons are scattered.
Okay, so everything kind of flashes. You hear the ceiling kind of creak, and yeah, every one of them is distracted, so is subject to dim lighting. Yep. So we've got -2. Yes, let's see here. So I need an 8 in order to hit you. I did get 1 hit, not a raise though. So give us another vigor check with no penalty.
Right.
There's no way these are damaging you, so. Nice! With a raise. All right. So you're zipping down the corridor, Cygnus. Do you wish to, as a free action, contact your fellow guard members to let them know what's happening?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
What do you say?
They're trying to implicate us. As the cause of all this.
Us? Guys, these guys hate us.
They do. He hates the oil cans.
Okay.
Yeah, they're trying to implicate us. So I'm on the way out at maximum speed.
Okay, so let's do. We'll keep. We're not going to like do round per round per se in the sense of like a 6-second round, but we're gonna do initiative orders here. So we haven't got a Joker yet, so we're gonna deal once again. Ooh, okay, so mine are a 6. Anyone hands up wish to get a new card? I should get my cards up so I can keep track. I've used 1 so far. I got so many bandies.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You'll do it? Okay. Let's see here. You get a 10 of clubs.
Okay.
And I'll stop. One thing Jeff pointed out last time, too, is until the players hit enter on it, if I draw another card, it bumps them out. So
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
yeah, so I'll make sure I don't do that until you're in there. Okay, 10 of clubs.
Yeah.
I'll spend 1 for myself. Let's see here. 3 is not going to beat it. Anyone else? No? Okay. Let's do this then. All right, so Mind Warp. You've just heard this through your earbud. You're maybe at the prison just outside putting it out. Cygnus is still maybe 1 round from getting out of his...
You mean Warlock?
Yeah. What are you doing?
You mean Warlock, right?
Oh, Warlock, so what did I say?
It's in Mind Warp.
Mind Warp, sorry, you got it.
Well, he is a speedster. He goes fast. Warlock hears this. He's like, "Well, it's time to go." And he reaches into his shirt and pulls out like a miniature door. And he's gonna super stunt his sorcery. Use super sorcery, and he's gonna fling it in the air, and it's gonna act like a teleportation power, and it's gonna grow into a big size door. He's gonna reach out, open it, and step through, and head back to his manor.
Nice. Now you don't need to make a sorcery or an occult check for that, do you?
I will double check that.
I don't think so, but let's see here. Like, you don't to activate it to use super sorcery. I don't remember if teleport uses that.
Yeah. Pulling it up.
Here we go. The teleporter must be able to see his destination to teleport with no roll. So it will be a
Gotcha.
Focus check then.
Reverse. Yeah, I do have to do a focus.
Yeah, and you got no modifier because you have seen the location before.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And the door's floating there in the air. So he's gonna, as it steps through, it's like it's gonna be here for like a few more seconds, Cygnus, and he steps through it as it's hanging in the air open.
Okay. Mind Warp. Where do you think you are? You at the hospital on your way back?
Yeah, somewhere in between, maybe running one direction or another.
Okay.
If I have a person, I'll finish taking the. Actually, I'm gonna say I'm carrying someone to the hospital, so I'll finish running to the hospisptal and dropping the person off this round.
Okay. You have 2 actions
kind of
as well.
in surprise, yeah. I'd probably just say back over the comms, blaming us. I'm kind of surprised.
Okay.
I'm not.
No, you're not. I am.
Cygnus.
I'm still trying to get out of here.
Okay. So maybe
really...
give us a. Ooh. This is the first time you're having to do some careful flying, I think. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I gotta grab. Oh, boy. Give us a piloting check, please.
Oh, hell, I don't have piloting.
I'm shocked to learn. I mean, you would think that me having printed copies of your character sheets, I'd be able to look over.
Yeah, this is. I don't like that.
Oh, so close, so close.
Yeah.
So you are kind of banging around the corridors. You come around the corner, and there are more members of this. I'm gonna roll. Give us a 1d4 roll there, Cygnus.
Just a regular D4.
Yeah, it's a D4. Let's see how many members of the Kingston things. Only 1. Okay, so there's only 1 guy here, and he's gonna fire. What has he got? pulse blaster rifle at you.
Wonderful.
Misses. Smashes into the wall. Then that was their action. Cygnus, you still have an action if you'd like, actually, too. Are you maintaining your field? That's not an action, but...
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, his main focus right now is beating feet.
Okay. Why don't you give us a... Let's see here. Give us a common knowledge check or a smarts check.
Oh, hell.
Dealer's choice.
Hell yeah, then. I'm going to go straight smarts.
Okay.
And that didn't work too well.
Genius. Don't you get a chance to reroll?
Try to get automatic reroll.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
So you, in spite of, I think that them firing on you, you're banging around in here. Someone does get a shot off on you, but you're able to remember, like, oh yeah, and you smash through one of the things, and it's a stairwell that has been completely destroyed by the escaping supervillains, and you're able to get out, and you can see Warlock is on the other side of a doorway that seems to go to Raven's Crag.
Okay.
You could reach there without difficulty.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Do I want to wait for Mind Warp to get back? I guess I'll go on through. I will go ahead and fly through over there to the other side.
So the audio on your connection, Mind Warp gets a little kind of staticky because it's having to get through this teleportation door in order to reach you. That is it for them. Let's deal more cards here. Joker! Warlock's got a Joker. Everyone gets a Benny.
Woo!
I'm not spending any cards. Or, Bennies? Nobody else? I'm after you already, Mind Warp. So.
Yeah, no, I don't think I need to, so let's conserve.
Warlock, what do you want to do?
Let's go ahead and Warlock will just be using his teleport power again. He's gonna close the door and then reopen it, and it's gonna appear right next to Mind Warp, and he's gonna wave him through.
Oh, give us another focus. I think only just
check,
to try and locate where he is. Give us another focus check. That's very cool, though.
And a +2 because Joker.
Yep. Awesome. At the hospital, the door opens up.
Nice.
Mind Warp, you're also mindful of that having been back and forth. There's folks who are, recording you as well.
Yeah.
A lot of looky-loos. But
a lot of looky-loos.
You're able to make your way through there. Cygnus, anything you wish to do?
No.
Okay. Then you make your way through. Let me remove everyone's turn here. Boom.
Everyone comes in. The door starts to vibrate as his power starts running. He just calmly closes it, and then the door just shrinks and shatters, and he's like, well,
okay,
that was a good use of emergency door.
So you guys make your way over, and I got to shuffle the deck because I've got a Joker. So back at Raven's Crag, you guys all step out into the corridor and kind of look at one another. What you've heard is Cygnus said they think we were, or whatever it was he said, that we think you're behind the...
Yeah, they think we're responsible.
Okay. What happens next, guys?
Plausible deniability.
Good luck with that.
Need Doctor Strange to erase everyone's memories of the events.
I know, it's like, where's one of the Men in Black flashy thingies? I did manage to suss out that it was Replicaster who was actually the one who triggered the escape.
Can we prove it?
The code is there. It's in their system. And I left it there because if they investigated it and I had fiddled with it, that would definitely make us look more guilty than they think we are. Yeah.
Rapid escape doesn't do that.
Well, it's either that or go to prison, and I'm not going to prison.
Not again. Wait.
You put you put a cop in prison, but imagine putting a superhero in a supervillain in prison.
Oh yeah, true.
Imagine how much worse that would be. But we've got tons of footage of us trying to stop the villains.
You hear then someone say, "Funny you say that." And you look over, and Dr. Caliburn has his beloved phone fader with him. And he holds it up, and what you can see is it is a something from Global News that is showing some shaky footage. What you can see from the ticker on the bottom, superheroes help supervillains, ? And what you can see is the shaky footage of Mind Warp walking over and talking to Geist.
Yeah.
And then Geist going away without Mind Warp doing anything.
Tell me there's a clip of some like Jonah Jameson character.
Oh, there is.
And you see this gut punch character and how he just easily clothesline Mind Warp. That was fake.
There is the publisher of the Daily National, C. Carter Champlain.
It was staged.
Who comes on, and you can see, this is what I've been saying all along. These are nothing but vigilantes. And he mutes the thing because you don't want to hear more of my, Alex Jones impression. At least not right now. And what there's a lot. They are saying, and you see that they cut back to Warden Roy Bushima, who you also notice now, in addition to having glasses, does have very bright red hair, too. So he is talking about having a news conference, and you need not have the sound on to see what's going on. And Mind Warp, because you're a little younger, you're maybe a little more social media savvy, and there's a lot of CC Champlain was right stuff that is now trending on whatever our world's version of Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever is.
See Warlock just calmly walk over to cupboard, pull out a unpopped package of popcorn, and his hands glow from his Hellfire Blast a little bit. He goes, he starts just eating the popcorn, watching the vids.
Dr. Caliburn says, it seems as if things went awry.
Well, we were engaging in almost Faustian pacts in order to get the information we need. I expected no less.
He looks over at Cygnus and Mind Warp. Gentlemen?
Was this a setup from the beginning?
Yeah, it was an inside job. It was not us.
I don't doubt that for a moment, but it seems you have drawn the attention of CC Champlain and the warden. Did you injure his guards?
No. I distinctly did not injure any of his guards.
He is claiming that is the case and that you resisted. Did you lie to them?
Well, lie is such a negative connotation. It all is relative to your point of view. I may have obscured some facts.
So, Mind Warp, you can imagine the kind of things that are posting currently on social media about this stuff. And there's a lot of footage showing, that one of you and Geist in particular seems to keep showing up. And this CC Champlain is having an emergency report and is just railing against you guys.
Do we have contacts in the government or at Canadian Services or RCMP? I can't remember in this world if we did.
In your world, you had a contact at the Steelhead Division, which was like the special things. That was Agent Cody Deer. But I don't know if you've tried following up with him.
Yeah, I don't think so. So I would attempt to contact him and see if like, does his contact information even, go through, and is he the same?
So the your phone obviously would be different because you got your phone fader. Although it would update. Phone fader does update automatically. So, and then it provides it back to phone fader. I mean, no tech company would ever capture all of your information, Mind Warp. I don't know why you would concern yourself with that.
No, of course not. Totally fine.
So like has one of those old flip phones.
Yeah, let's do this. Why don't you give us a persuasion check? We'll treat this as a friendly networking check.
Yeah. Okay. Persuasion. There we go.
Drama is delicious with this whole scenario.
Oh my god.
Oh. They have our location now.
Yeah, they have your location now. So you get that too. And you are
amazing.
I think it activates, and that's I think Cygnus, you're the one maybe who sort of would pick that up with your sensors, maybe.
Your base has been compromised.
So Dr. Caliburn, I think, looks over and is like, what did you do?
Well, I know an agent. I was just going to contact him so we could get ahead of this.
Dr. Cooper, I think you may very well have given your location away, and you guys can hear the sounds of sirens outside.
Good Lord, that was fast.
I think in the same way that you guys have ways to teleport around and stuff like that, they likewise would have ways of trying to monitor that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
the place is warded from magic, but
Dr. Caliburn looks at you and says that you cannot be found here. I am not made for prison.
That was my whole point originally, is I was not made for prison.
He says here, and he gestures, and whoop, there's a one door that opens up in the foyer, and it looks like it's from inside there. It appears to be like a worn down wooden cabin. He says, "This is in northern BC. I'll trust that you can find your way from there, but at least it will give you somewhere to start from. You best
Warlock
go."
walks over to the closet and pulls out a very thick coat before he goes into the cabin.
It is summertime, so I think what you're more going to want is mosquito repellent or something like that.
Just in case.
Fair enough. Cygnus, Mind Warp?
Yeah, I just put my head down and go through the thing. Actually, you know what? I probably smashed. I probably step on my phone.
Okay, so you smash your phone, and then Will?
Yeah, Cygnus is just trying to think of non-extradition countries he can go to. So,
Buenos Dias.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think. It's got to be somewhere in Central America where.
Yeah. So you make your way through, and then it closes behind. You guys will find yourself in a broken down old cabin, and that's where we'll take our mid-session break. We'll come back and see what you guys are going to do next. So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
That was delicious.
It's not my fault. Okay.
I think like this feels like one of the X-Men comics where everything just goes wrong.
Yeah, apparently Cygnus has some deep-seated authority issues.
Warlock would have been like, okay, lock me up. I'll get out shortly.
Oh yeah,
He wouldn't have said that last part, but
everyone gets a Benny, by the way, too.
Cool.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So then, what? As you step out and you kind of look around, this place is pretty bare bones. But Warlock, would you give us? And Cygnus.
Yeah.
So you two give us an occult roll, and Mind Warp give us a untrained roll, because I don't think you've got points in or any dice in occult yet.
No, I do not.
I'm gonna spend a penny.
Okay.
Just because I have so many.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. So nice. So you guys are looking around, and both Mind Warp and Warlock, maybe just because you've been around Dr. Caliburn enough to know sort of what looks like magical gewgaws and whatnot, Mind Warp. But Warlock, what you can see is that this is clearly it's a lodge for working of magics, as in addition to the shitty old, kind of cabin that this place happens to be as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so there is some kind of magical resources here, but then the door closes behind you, and you can see this place seems to be, if you look out the window, at the end of a fairly long and very rough-looking road. You guys, it's also hot in here. It's probably 20. Outside is probably 20, 25, which means in here it's got to be like 28, so it's not comfortable.
Let's open some windows.
Yeah. So with a gesture, Warlock, all the doors or windows open up. What are you guys doing?
Well, might as well get settled in and make sure there's no hidden beasties here. Do Yetis come out during the summertime? He is quite rightly nervous of the countryside in Canada now.
Oh, yeah. Understandably. Let me see. Do I have something for BC? Let me see.
There are no spring variant Yeti Wendigos, are there?
No, but I mean, BC is where the Sasquatch legends are from.
Sassy.
Flight. I think Warlock will just head on in and double check some.
Yeah, you are inside. The thing would transport you inside.
Okay, I think the first thing Warlock would do is he'd go around and double check the magical runes and whatnot to make sure everything is still intact.
Sure.
And look pointedly at Mind Warp is like, no tech.
I destroyed my phone, so.
And he looks at Cygnus and he says, "You can handle tech."
Yeah. Yeah, we need a log.
Cygnus, who was responsible for this then?
Replicaster.
Well, maybe if we go and capture Replicaster and we return him to the prison, it would be enough evidence to help with our case that we were not involved.
Didn't they need like some groups of high-level or high-powered adventurers to get him last time?
Yeah, it was a full team that took down Replicaster last time.
And we struggled with Frankencon. I don't think we can get Replicaster.
Frankencon is a comparable kind of, as far as the the whatever groups might measure those types of things. Frankencon and Replicaster are probably of the same kind of power tier.
Yeah.
Hence my point.
Yeah, which is not to say that maybe a pushover, but let me see.
I know.
Wow.
Replicaster looked a lot cooler than Frankencon.
Are you suggesting that we are not up to the task?
Yes.
Mm.
At least in our current condition, if Bouclier were here, perhaps. But he was smart and got out before things escalated.
Let me just grab each of you guys, and I'll bring you over. I've got at least something to hold over to give you a feel of being in the BC woods.
Oh yeah, nothing bad ever happens here.
Not
Like Blair
at
Witch
all.
vibes right there.
I was just thinking about Kevin talking earlier about his folk horror or whatever.
The witch?
You were talking earlier something about horror. I can't remember what.
Oh yeah, Michael. Yeah, the well, yeah, 'cause, like I mentioned before that off stream that like it's funny because I was never a fan as a kid of the 70s horror wave that came with DC and Marvel.
Yeah.
Like I never like iZombie and iVampire and those things. Werewolf by Night. That was never really my thing as a kid. But this campaign is all that stuff because I love horror stuff in RPGs. So
Yeah, I was thinking about that during the break. I'm like, okay, so now it's gone to Cabin in the Woods,
yeah.
Evil Dead.
Oof.
All right. So then, as far as you can tell, Warlock, the wards are such as they are still maintained, but it's very basic level stuff. What are you guys doing? What are you talking about as well, too? Because you're finding it's very quiet out here.
We do need to find Replicaster. I mean, that's and a lot of the other villains.
Yeah. Only declare a name. That's correct. Yeah.
But how forthcoming would he be about? Oh, I'm the one who did this. I don't see that necessarily happening.
You know all these terrorist groups and evil villains. They love to claim responsibility.
Yeah, there's that too. You're not wrong.
I mean, I'm not suggesting that he will admit to what he has done, but
Right.
just that returning him to prison is a sign of good faith to the authorities that we did not have anything to do with this.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. And that's, I'm kind of torn right now. Do we need to contact a lawyer? Do we need to contact a PR firm?
Why don't you give us a common knowledge roll, guys?
Okay.
It's going to be those.
Oh!
Yes. No.
Okay, I'm going to bank that crit fail there.
Of course you are.
But Mind Warp, what you would know, I think probably for one, you have a contact who is a criminal defense lawyer, probably someone who's sort of a, frenemy kind of thing. Where I think if you can picture you remember in the Daredevil show. Foggy's girlfriend, the little cute, blonde, really vivacious.
Yeah.
Imagine her, but a criminal defense lawyer.
Yeah.
That's what she is. So she's the one who gets all of your the people you get arrested out on different things because. So let's give her. You know what? Her name is going to be. Here, let's see. I'm trying to remember who was the other. Ramona Friedon passed away in the last couple of weeks, and who was the other Silver Age woman artist who passed away? Do you remember offhand, Will?
No, I don't.
Just doing a quick search here. let's say Ramona Severin is her name.
Okay.
So you know that Ramona Severin is, if you were to guess, if you were to be facing criminal charges, there's nobody but her you would want representing you. She's like the supervillain's defense lawyer.
Oh, no.
You also know that there's, I think just from dealings with it, I imagine that what your raise speaks to is having had her get your, the supervillains you've apprehended off in past, that you've started like having to think through of like, hey, what do I need to do to make sure that I'm not capturing these guys in a way that they're just going to be able to get off? Right. So what you would be able to sort of think through is, for right now, they may have had a reason to detain you, Cygnus, but not to place you under arrest. So you're not technically fleeing arrest right now, but if they are interested in finding you and you're fleeing, that obstruction is a charge in Canada as well. So you may be charged with that, and that's what you call a covering charge. They do that to get you under arrest, then they'll investigate you for further stuff, and then drop that initial charge and charge you with something more serious afterwards. So turning yourself in at this point is likely to get yourself in custody. It's also likely to get them to seize the Cygnus suit. Yeah. But like you're right now, if you find a way to exonerate yourself, that's definitely a helpful step, but you will need a lawyer to navigate those waters. So your frenemy, Mind Warp, may be your a best bet.
Yes.
It's a little self-serving in the day job to say, like, your only hope right now, guys, is a lawyer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they the real heroes?
Yeah.
Was there contact information in your phone by chance, Mind Warp?
Probably it's an easily identifiable thing you could do with the search. She's such a notorious and in-demand.
I'll let Cygnus attempt to contact her.
Or you could run your speedy little feet to the next payphone and then call her from there.
You want me to do it?
I don't know. I'd rather not send out tech signals in the middle of nowhere and have them pinpoint us again. I don't know how computers work, but they have evidence Cygnus was in their system, right? Could they have like his locating number or something from his tech and trace him that way?
I don't think so. And I think that was kind of the thing he was thinking about. That was one of the reasons probably he beat feet out of there, or wanted to get out of there, is because he didn't want them to have any type of access to the suit, really.
Yeah.
What it is, how it works, all that kind of stuff.
You think it's a good idea? I think I'll try to get a hold of Count Cogliostro and see if he made it out and arrange a meeting, because we still have to save the world, guys.
Yeah, but saving the world's a lot harder when both the good guys and the bad guys are after you.
Yes. That is very true.
So, what are you guys doing?
I think Warlock he's gonna just use a little bit of magic and send a message to Count Cogliostro to see about arranging a meeting.
So I don't think that's not something that you could easily. One of the first things he would probably do is put up some kind of cloaking spell to avoid you just being able to locate where he is.
Oh, I don't want to locate him. I would like, similar to how the black egg got delivered to me, send like a little. Well, actually, it could be complicated.
Yeah.
You can't post a message
if you
to
can
the
think
magical
of
internet.
Yeah, the sorcery message boards.
Yeah,
well, I think
exactly.
there
That's
is
what I'm
likely, yeah, there is got to be some kind of, the magical equivalent of like hobo signs, of a way to communicate with others. But so you could do that. I think Warlock is leave a magical thing and just hope that he will pick it up. A magical message.
Yeah.
What will be your message?
Just inquiring to his New Freedom, would he like to meet? And then I'll put like a little location that's not close to here at all that we could easily teleport to.
Where would you want to meet?
Like
I'm not quizzing you on Canadian geography. Where are you thinking, like, in terms, if you give me a general idea of, like, if it's a city, if it's a small town, or if it's a national monument or something like that, I can go from there.
Definitely something not very public because we don't want snap pictures. Like a remote place in a national forest or something near like a ley line.
Sure. You know what? There is in the southern, so the border in southern on Saskatchewan and Alberta, there's the Black Hills. The Black Hills have a magical quality to them, so you could certainly go there. It's just north of Montana, and it's where rum runners used to come up from. Across there's a specific gap that's in there. One of the first RCMP detachments was there, and first RCMP officer to die in the line of duty died there. So.
Oh wow.
Okay, that sounds like a good spot.
Okay. So yeah, because it's gonna be in the middle of, like, there's woods there. There's the, like, wide sprawling hills, so you'll be able to have good visibility if you wish to see, and it's got a magical quality to it. The place.
And I'll put a note on there, something about just an amenable meeting. We'll come unarmed. Sort of like only defensive magics or something.
Okay. So that has been left off to the wherever the magical message board is. What about Cygnus and Mindmore?
I think I'll follow Warlock's suggestion and try to look around for like a small town or something nearby. Sure. Maybe I get my bearings and see if I can figure out where we are enough to send a message to, or like find a payphone, I guess I should say.
Yeah, I'm just looking at to like. So
interesting fact, I was driving around with one of my locate jobs and I found a gas station that actually still had a working payphone in the back.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
1960 style. I was like, does that still work? They're like, yeah.
So I just found a town called Saloon in northern BC.
Nice.
So I think that's pretty far north too. Yeah, so you get a message from, or you're going to be able to find, once you sort of zip around a little bit, mind warp. Would you give us a notice check, not perception?
See if I can kind of figure out what's going on around here.
Yeah, to see if there's anything else you pick up.
Ugh.
No. Benny that?
I do want to Benny that.
Okay. So you're zipping around, you follow the road out and you feel that you're at some kind of logging place. I think this is not, I'm trying to think of, unfortunately, one of the realities of the last few years, and not just few years, like this is always an issue in BC, but fucking fires in the summertime, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's probably a smell of it in the air at this point, but not nearby.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But the thing that I got to you're maybe, following these logging roads for a bit, you realize, like, God, like, where am I trying to go? And you're trying to get get yourself situated. And what you find a really big footprint
Oh
of a
God.
definitely simian nature, like a splayed thumb around on the side, really long fingers up front, and it's looking pretty recent. This is about maybe within 20 miles of the actual cabin.
Do I know anything that could make that?
You can give us not untrained check.
Yeah,
not
trained. And of course I smashed my phone, so I can't take a picture
No.
of it. Oh no.
No, Benny, that? Get another Benny
because
in
there
2
might be
minutes.
trouble. I know, but this could be trouble.
Okay.
So no, he doesn't know what it is.
No, apart from it being like if you put your foot next to it, the length of this thing is about twice yours.
Okay.
I'm Bigfoot.
And then what are you doing?
Well, I guess continuing on to see if I can find this phone.
Okay. So what you find, just gonna see if I've got. Well, I can't find a place that's actually called. I'm getting a lot of images of a saloon in BC, but I cannot find a place actually called Saloon, or at least not any photos of it.
Yeah, photos of it. Yeah, I mean, it's just like a dot on the map.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Google Maps, and it is in BFE. There's like no roads, nothing.
So you arrive.
It
I like the name
Yeah.
too much to voice. So you do find a small. Let's see here. Town. It's one of those like little BC towns that seems like it's just built up around a highway junction. So there's like logging roads that go down. There's a gas station there. There's probably a little restaurant. There's a place for like a motel. There's a general store. Let's see here. Northern BC towns. Images. No, not maps. Yeah, I like this. So here we go. This is a little more touristy than probably we're thinking of, but that's a...
Oh, yeah.
So you get in, and if you're looking around, there is... Ooh. Let's give us another notice check. Let's see if you can luck out. Find a functioning payphone.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm not even really sure what I'm gonna. Oh,
It's a raise. Yeah, you find one. Oh, thank God.
Last
you
one.
can see that he is like feeling like his luck is just finally turned a little to actually find a phone.
Yeah. Mind Warp is a relatively young guy. Does he carry change on him?
Probably not.
High speed pickpocket.
No, I think it's more like just like if we're in the general store or whatever, he'll go up to the cashier or whoever.
Does he carry cash then, or does he carry only plastic?
I imagine that he's got a credit card.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking. Like one of the things, in the States, you guys have the Visa debit card. We've had debit cards since I was a kid up here, so like I don't generally carry cash unless I'm having to go and pay for something specifically with cash.
Yeah, and I think he pulls it out, and I think immediately his thought is like, oh, wait a minute. Like in movies, they always track the guys when they use their card. So he like puts it back in his thing, and
What does he dress like?
I mean,
now.
we took off in our suits, right? I don't think I had.
Yeah, so you
anything
found this
else,
phone and you look over at the general store. What do you do?
Yeah. He's. Oh man. Is there what kind of clothing options would be? Is there any clothing store or any like
There's like tourist stuff.
a thrift store? Yeah, a tourist store.
You could probably grab a bunch of like interior BC clothing and shorts and shit like that from the store, but you would need to pay for it. Do you want to just kind of zip in and out, or?
Yeah, I think he's actually. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna like go in, zip the clothes, put them on,
Okay.
and then he's going to go in and just start, basically like panhandling, degrading himself and like trying to like get some quarters from,
Sure. So let's do a couple things here. For one, if you want to spend a Benny to stunt that, you're basically I'll give you invisibility effectively of like zipping in, grabbing stuff. No one notices. Otherwise, we'll just give us a stealth check.
No, he'll spend the Benny to make sure it's like goes its way.
Okay, so you have a phenomenally airbrushed grizzly bear on your shirt. You've got some real cargo pants on, and you got some shoes that probably are a size either too big or too small for you.
Good enough.
We got your disguise now. What do you do next?
He definitely will, like I said, he'll just try and beg and borrow for this.
Sure. Give us a persuasion check. This will be networking.
Persuasion. Here we go.
Okay. So you approach one. There's like a guy who's driving a pickup. He's got a gun in the back seat, or the rack in the back. He's filling up his vehicle, and what do you say as you approach him?
Hello, sir. Just backpacking with some friends through the region here, and I misplaced my wallet. I don't suppose you have a quarter or two that I could use the payphone to get a hold of them to come let them know where I am.
This guy's dressed in like a flannel shirt. He's got dirty jeans on. He's got work boots on. He's just filling up the truck. He looks at you, looks down, looks up.
I know it's a strange request.
Backpacking, you say?
Yeah.
Son,
lovely area.
It is. You on drugs?
Just mild drugs, sir.
Shakes his head.
Nothing to worry about.
He steps over the finishes filling up the thing, puts it back up on the rack, and he says, "Did you pay for them clothes? Honest, or?"
Of course.
Would you give us a persuasion check?
Note to self: invest in persuasion.
I do actually have persuasion.
Yeah.
Nice.
3 nods. What was it? Pills? Weed?
Just some grass, sir. Bought it from a local, though. Not sure it was clean.
He steps forward and he says, "Son, if you bought it from a local," and he kind of gestures to the tarp that's on top of his thing, and you can see there's little fringes of what is obviously weed in his back, like tarp down in the back of his thing. He says, "You wouldn't have had these problems. Next time, son, buy local." Come on, let's get you sorted out. And what they do? Leave you naked in the woods?
Yeah. Jerks, eh?
Son, if I had a quarter for every time that happened to me. And he leads you inside. Turns out so that he's going to be able to get you, he'll get you a meal, he'll get you the, enough stuff. He'll let you use his phone if that's what you'd prefer.
Yeah, they're not just tracking everybody's phone, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's my.
So he steps inside and gives you privacy with the phone. He's fairly confident that you're not going to get away with it. He doesn't know you're a super speedster, obviously, but
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not going to steal his phone. I have no intention of that. So,
okay. So you step outside, and what do?
Try and, I guess, make this call to Ramona
Put it in.
Severin. It was Ramona, right?
Yeah, Ramona Severin.
Yeah, I'm assuming I can sort of just with a general search kind of find her name.
Yeah, you can find a phone in the office, and the receptionist answers the phone.
Yeah.
Severin and Associates.
Good day. I'd like to speak with or leave a message for Ramona.
Okay, are you an existing client, or?
Not exactly. A future client. A would-be client?
Okay. If you haven't dealt with our office before, you have a name to go?
Yes. Mind Warp.
Oh. Just hold on a moment. And you're put on hold, and you hear the kind of jazzy, hold music.
Yeah.
And then it picks up, and you can recognize the voice as soon as it picks up. Well.
Yes. Something about tables and turning. Yes,
it's less fun when you just do it for me.
Yeah, I know.
I take it that this is not your phone you're calling from?
No. I already made that mistake once.
Well, I don't want to know where you are right now. I want to know what you wish to do.
Well, we wish to prove our innocence. Obviously, I'm sure you've seen the news.
If you wish to prove your innocence, then why did you call me?
Isn't that what you do?
No. Have you been charged with anything yet?
I
will find out. I will reach out and find out what I need you each to do. Emma, are you calling on your own behalf or on behalf of everyone?
On behalf of everyone.
I'm going to place 2 other members of my team on disposal so that each will represent each of you. I need each of you to transfer at least $1 into our trust account. We will send you information on that. If I text this to you, will you be able to access that text?
Sure.
Do that, and then we will send things over. We will deal with the other identification issues with you and your colleagues. We have a process for doing so that satisfies the Law Society as well as maintains your anonymity.
I don't have that problem.
Great. Keep that in mind when you see our first invoice.
Oof.
Yes.
Check back tomorrow. I should have information. Check back in an hour. I should have information for you then.
Okay.
You hear kind of a beep. There's a message that comes through, and if you look, there's a text message with some information on, like the email information to send a transfer.
Yeah.
You received that?
Yeah. I'll, I don't know, write it on my hand or something.
Okay.
And delete it from his phone.
Okay. Then, 1 hour. I'll speak to you then. The phone hangs up. And yeah, then Dan is the name of the guy who's been helping you.
Yeah.
He sees that you're off the phone. He looks at you and kind of, Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, Dan.
Okay.
Thank you for everything.
Of course. Now, you going to be able to... Someone's going to come pick you up?
They're on their way.
Good to hear. Remember, what name did you give them, by the way?
What name would I give him? Kevin.
All right, Kev. He looks at you. Remember, buy local next time.
Right. Local.
All right. Best of luck to you. He piles back into his truck and then drives off. What do you wish to do?
I will return the stolen clothing and put my suit back on and run back to the cabin.
All right. So then, Cygnus, while Mind Warp and Warlock were doing their respective tasks, did you have anything you wish to do?
I guess the big thing maybe for what he could do at this point, I think he might be thinking about monitoring, I guess, social media, probably.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably monitoring social media. He's seeing who's got what footage of what that's out there, doing some data mining, trying to find the most favorable stuff.
So what you're finding is C. Carter Champlain is replaying certain clips and basically trying to show that you weren't actually trying to capture these villains. You're telling me 15 people escaped from this and only 2 got arrested? 15 prisoners out and only 2 got arrested. 16, I'm being told now. 16 got out and only 2 were recaptured. There is more to this story than... I'm trying not to do the fucking Texan accent, too. It's hard when you're doing house shows. It is. I should give him a French accent, to be honest, and make him Quebecois. There is more to this than... I can't do a French accent.
It wasn't bad.
There is more to this. You mind me, we're going to learn more. Even the Warden Buscema, says that Cygnus was lying to them. He says that he was only there when he arrived. Look at the video. You can see. And this Mind Warp, yours is a secret identity, right? Not a public?
No, it's public.
It's public. This one.
It's public.
What do we know about this Lincoln Mansfield?
Yeah.
Do you know that he had a brief period where he was seeking out psychiatric help? Claiming he's from another planet. There are many things we don't know about this guard. Who do they think they're guarding from?
I imagine they got a pretty good shot of Warlock manifesting his Faustian pact with that blast to try to hit Frankencon.
Exactly. Does this look like a good Christian hero to you? I don't think so.
Catholic, sir.
Yeah, so it's mostly of that thing. It's that, and then like the further bottom feeders down the note, but like you can tell, CC Champlain has definitely got he's got an axe to grind with you guys now, and they are making everything appear to be in the worst possible light.
Nice.
So,
of course they are.
It's around then when Mind Warp kind of comes back. You've seen all there is to see, Cygnus, about what's in there. What happens next? And maybe Warlock, you finish up sending your message as well. Mind Warp, what do you tell?
Yeah, so I spoke with Ramona, and she will help us. Of course, there is a very high cost. I'm scared to say how high it will be.
Do you even know?
No, I don't, unfortunately. More than we want to pay, I'll tell you that.
Well, money's not the biggest thing in the world.
For now, she says all we need to do is get her $1 each. to be on retainer, and she will find out at least if we have any pending charges against us that need to be dealt with immediately.
We should definitely do that then. Cygnus, do you think you can handle the transaction without us getting tracked?
Cygnus, why don't you give us a oh shit! I hate to do this to you, but give us a hacking check. Remember, your genius would play into that, so you'll be able to roll hacking
that's
twice.
true. I did get a free reroll off of it, so I got that going for me. Hey.
Okay. Do you want to re-roll?
Yeah, just to see if I got a raise.
Sure.
Yeah, I might as well.
There you go.
Hey.
So there's your raise. So no difficulty. It must have rolled a 1 and a 4, right? That's why it goes. Yeah, there you go.
Yep, 2 4s. Nice.
So what? Yeah, you've got it in perfectly secure. You're confident no one will be able to trace back whatever has been transferred. Do you want to share any choice clips of CC Champlain and what he has to say about your heroes?
Yeah, I'll show them some of it. I'll probably mute it and just put on closed captions.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot. So there's a whole, turns out there's a lot of footage, it seems, of this supervillain breakout of people on the streets with their phones and stuff like that. And he is making really a lot of hay out of it to try and place the blame as squarely on you guys as can be. Everyone's in as bad a light. That image, particularly of you and Geist, Mind Warp, is getting a lot of this is him thanking him. This is what that's the narrative that he's selling on it. Look at him thank him for letting him free.
You see Warlock over there. He's like, this is bullshit. I mean, he was obviously there with a wounded warden, and
they don't show Geist, using his abilities to heal or to restore anything to Guard Dog, by the by. It's cut off. It's only the most damning shit.
Right.
Dude, can we Cygnus, did your armor record stuff? Could we paste our own version of what happened?
Well, I mean, we got that, but I think what I really want to try and find is footage of us fighting Frankencon. That's really what we need to find footage of, because, I mean, that was a slugfest.
Mm-hmm. There is likely going to be footage of that. And some of the other some of the less biased channels, if you're looking at more the national news, there's more of that stuff. And the fight with Frankencon in particular is it's showing all of you guys all at once. So that's probably footage that they're happy to have. But yeah, it's a big. This is a national news story at this point where they're showing some of the channels. You'll see all the mugshots of all the criminals who escaped. There's you guys. The CC Champlain is going to be the worst coverage you would get from it, and he happens to have a pretty big footprint, but it's not. It's not the. Not everyone is going with the narrative you guys are criminals. Although Warden Buscema most definitely is not doing you guys any favors in what he said.
Oh yeah, you gotta cover his ass. I mean, he's in big trouble.
Unless you can blame someone else, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't blame him personally. I mean, he's doing what he's doing, but...
Well, I do. I blame him.
Well, yeah, he's picking on the good guys. And he probably wants access to your suit.
Real problem with authority.
Anyway.
So you have an hour before you have to call Ramona back.
Well, I'd let him know that I got a message off to the Aether to let Count Cagliostro know that we're looking for a meeting to resolve this safe key thing. Hopefully he's enjoying his newfound freedom.
What would you guys?
What should we do?
You got me.
But we can't just wallow in our own self-pity. That's, depressing.
Do you suggest
Oh,
wards against Yetis. No, not Yetis.
Yeah,
Wendigos.
Yeah, Yeti
Who
would
was
be
it that found-
Himalayas. What was that, Will?
Was
It
it-
sounds like you had a
found the footprint.
epiphany.
Yeah, the one of us found the footprint.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
so distracted. I
So-
forgot.
Warlock maybe made a joke about protecting against Bigfoot, and then it kind of dawns on you like, oh fuck.
Oh, yeah, of course. Guys, I did see a footprint outside. Not sure if it's anything, but maybe we should check it out.
Okay.
I'm pretty skilled with occult stuff. Is it nearby?
It's a ways, but I can take you there, I think.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing else to do until we get a call back. Wait,
Let us check.
how's she going to contact us? You still got a
You're-
cell phone?
She said for you to call her.
Yeah, we have to contact her.
Okay, well, we got Cygnus. I mean, he can probably get a secure channel somehow.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Okay. So, Cygnus, have you stepped out of your armor since you came here? Or have you condensed it back down to your wristwatch?
Yeah, he's probably condensed it back down to his watch when he's not, having to actually do anything.
So one thing that is lacking here, because you guys have had a little bit of time to look around, there's no food here. There's no,
I was just fixing to ask about that.
Yeah.
When you were asking what we were doing, I was like, well, we need to see about eating.
I don't mention that I've had a nice meal. Thanks to my friend.
So, but your ribs probably are still feeling sore.
Oh, yeah.
Cygnus,
Probably
right?
Yeah,
Bruised up.
I'm ready to try and... I can't remember. I have to look up the recovery rules, but yeah.
Let's see here. Healing, here we go. So natural healing that's natural weapons, not healing. Are vigor roll every 5 days.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I think that. Hold on, I think we're playing with the rules of making a vigor roll every day.
Oh, okay.
I think because that's one of the setting rules for superheroes. Take a quick look here. There we go. Combat, creative combat, death and defeat, larger than life. Let's see here. Where is that? There we go. Okay, so that's a defeat. No, large than life is the extra hindrance. Maybe it is still every 5 days. Because Born a Hero allows you to spend bennies to gain access to combat edges that you don't have.
You could always pop a Benny to super tech your regeneration.
Yeah, I was wondering, I was thinking about the healing thing since it's a different...
Yep.
Hold on. I think that has to happen within the magic hour, though.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's the higher power one.
I think if you're going to spend a Benny, I'd let you trigger the regeneration. You still need to make a roll for it anyway, a focus roll.
Yeah.
So, and you're going to get a Benny in 3 minutes anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
I will go ahead and try
okay.
to do that. Should be able to. Got 4.
Yep, that's all you need. So you're gonna, you've been maybe you've got something activated, so it's treating your ribs. Let me just, out of curiosity, the setting rule. Let's see here.
Trying to find the healing.
Yeah, the healing one. I think that I just can't remember what it's called. I'm just curious out of interest.
Yeah, setting rules.
It's not fast. Oh, it's called fast healing. You roll
fast
once per day instead of once every 5 days, or once per hour if you have regeneration. So let's see, what is that part of? Got fast healing. I don't think is listed in 4-color combat. Not gritty.
Creative.
Huh. Yes, the fast healing isn't listed in any of them. So, but you use your ability. It's interesting. Mm-hmm. Oh, and when we play our our summertime Pulp Fest, we'll be able to take a look at some other rules we could try. So, you're restored. You can remove that wound now, and you check in with her. What Rebecca will tell you, I'm assuming you guys are going to do, Ramona, not Rebecca. If you're doing it on like a speakerphone equivalent for Cygnus, what you find is that you are not, you guys basically have 1 week to turn yourself in.
Okay.
Are they like actively arresting us, or do we have a warrant?
After 1 week, they will serve a warrant for obstruction because you guys have pertinent information for this. I will say for those listening at home, I don't practice crim law in Canada. I have for 15 years. I haven't touched any criminal thing, so I may be getting some of this wrong. Don't rely on this as any kind of legal advice.
This is not legal.
Yeah, I'm going on like my recollection of when I did some impaired driving, when I did a fair amount of impaired driving charges. I don't remember the process. So
this is also not legal advice.
Comic book reality as well, too.
Disclaimer at the bottom of our comic strip.
Yeah. Just out of a professional, caution, I will say that is not. I am not. So that is what. And also, I don't remember. Like, I'm even already spinning through. Like, I don't remember the particulars of obstruction charges, but we're doing that for the purpose of this. We assume that there is some kind of, just like in Marvel Comics, there was a no prize in our version of the comic book world. There is some reason behind the scenes that has been negotiated, no doubt, by your stellar, outstanding lawyer, who's allowed for this this extra time for you to surrender yourself. I think what she will want to know from you is, should I expect any additional charges in the interim?
They're probably going to, and once again, like I was saying, I don't know all the criminal law, much less Canadian law. They're probably going to try and get some sort of computer hacking something charge.
I think she's also hinting at, I'm your loyal, tell me what you did just so I can be prepared for it kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you actually do anything illegal?
That's not necessarily wise. If you tell me something and then you say something different on the stand, I have to excuse myself from your... What you have to do is pause the proceeding. You pull the client aside and you say, you just fucking told me something different than what you told me. You either correct what you said on the stand now, or I step off the file because there's a breakdown of the solicitor-client relationship.
Yep.
So she will not ask you what you did. Mm-hmm. What she wants to understand is what the potential charges are going to be and what potential evidence might be there. Mm-hmm. So there's a potential hacking charge.
I imagine they're going to try to pin like breaking out prisoners on us, obviously.
What evidence are they going to have in support of that?
Well, there is the
hacking thing. Yeah.
No, there's really, I was actually thinking of the video footage of Mind Warp and Geist is really what I was thinking of. But I don't think there's any associated audio with it.
And this,
wasn't there the contacting the prisoner without the proper paperwork or filing?
Yeah.
That's a procedural thing. There won't be any. If they try and bring charges with that, it'll just tell us that they've got nothing else to bring. Tell me more about this hacking thing. Are they going to find evidence in support of that?
They will find evidence to support it, but it doesn't point to me. it points to one of the criminals who escaped.
And you can corrupt. Do you have any further evidence yourself?
I mean, I would assume I would have knowledge of that code, where the specific indicators were that pointed towards him.
So they won't be obliged to provide us with disclosure until after you're charged, but I'm going to push for early disclosure from them for this.
Okay.
Where is this? Where are they going to say that you hacked?
Whatever their central control system is that runs like the power system, the gates, all that stuff.
She says, Tom, did you hear that? And you can hear a voice in the line. Yep, I got that. We can take care of that. And Mind Warp, would you give us a... Actually, you're not even going to make a roll. You recognize that fucking voice.
Oh. Uh-oh. Who is it?
You're going to have to ask. You can make it. Why don't you go say notice check first? Let's see if you recognize the voice.
Oh.
Not again. That's
Thank you, roll 20.
So you have no idea who this person is right now.
No.
But you're just like, what the fuck? Nothing's happened. You can ask still on the phone, like, who is that?
Yeah, I think he would at this point. Because he's like, he kind of thinks he should know or something, but he's just not sure.
So you hear kind of a laughing, a man's voice laughing, and you can hear Ramona says, okay, that's just not, Tom, that's not productive whatsoever. I have on the line he is an on-staff consultant for these types of computer crimes. But Dr. Mansfield, you know one another. This is Tom, and before he says it, then she finishes saying it, it clicks into your mind who this is. This is Tom Shelby is his name, but you knew him better as the super criminal Hack Attack.
Oh, I feel dirty for Mind Warp. Oh, man. One of his criminals were helping defend him. Oh, no.
Oh, and I feel like it's like Hack Attack. I feel
That's
like
a great name.
Yeah.
Well, Hack Attack is he actually has never, he's one of the guys who you've arrested before or like captured before, Mind Warp, never been charged. He seems to be a consultant for her now.
Oh my goodness.
So what's your let's roll your what's your immediate reaction to hearing that one of your criminals, and like, he's not a violent criminal, but he's a blackmailer, he's a really bad dude.
Yeah, he is not someone I want to be working with, that is for sure.
So maybe the nat one is an outburst from you. What do you think that might be?
Yeah, probably like
Or the crit fail.
Right. Yeah, like it would be like, oh,
You little shit.
well, it'd be like, oh, that friggin' bastard. Something rude,
Yeah. Well, which is very unlike Mind Warp, it sounds like.
No, yeah, he usually isn't quite so
Okay, and you can hear
prone to outbursts.
Hack Attack laughing on the other end of the line.
Maybe Hack Attack was responsible for releasing Mind Warp's medical records to what's his name?
Oh, to Cece, yeah. Like, if anyone would do it, God, like, this guy is a fucking. He's also got a malicious sense of humor to him too. So, like, not only is he a criminal, he's also a pain in the ass. And now he's working for the supervillain criminal defense lawyer.
Yeah. What the heck, right?
So Cygnus and Warlock, you see Mind Warp jump out. He's like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Aunt Ramon is like, that is not productive, Tom. And Dr. Mansfield, that's not productive either on your end. I assure you, if there's anyone who's going to have the expertise necessary in order to demonstrate this, it will be Tom. Cygnus, you can give us a common knowledge roll, too. Let's see if you've heard of... Hack Attack is not one of your villains, but...
Warlock would have no business, no.
Yeah, you... So not only are you, like, you aware of this guy, like... You really can't think of anybody... If someone's going to be able to try and, like, track Replicaster... Fuck, like, you got no one better than this guy. You're...
Oh...
And I think that might be another thing, you know, when she was talking about, you know, charges and stuff. When I'm talking about the code and all that, I mentioned that it was Replicaster that is the one who actually modified the code.
We can... Tom, I take it you can work with that? And he says, oh, yeah. We'll get that stuff. Once we get the request in and we get access to the data, I'll have a clear idea of what was done.
Cool.
But yeah,
That's
he doesn't offer to track Replicaster, but that's what occurs to you, Cygnus, is like, you're middling at best as a hacker, but this guy, from what Mind Warp's told you about him before and what he's been capable of, like, this is the guy you want to be hunting people on the World Wide Web, right?
Okay.
So, otherwise, she says she's basically got you a week or to work a week of time in order to do whatever you can. They're going to request their information, but if you don't turn yourself in, and I would suggest you keep a low profile in the interim, they may, given the opportunity, decide to just arrest yourself. And I'm sorry, Dr. Mansfield, did you try and contact someone at Steelhead Division?
That is correct. Someone I know there, or knew there.
This will be my free bit of advice for you. No, strike that. You're paying for this. When you were wanted by the police, you don't contact the secret police to try and tell them where you are. And you can hear Tom's laughing in the background as well.
Yeah.
Then that one. More money.
Then you can contact this number. I take it I can contact you on this if necessary.
Yes.
Then why don't you all take a Benny, and then we'll speak again when I have more information for you.
Maybe I should start paying her bennies for my fees.
So she hangs up, leaving you guys with, your new home away from home.
So you see, after the conversation, Warlock pulls out one of his cigarettes and gets it lit and takes a long draw and says, well, we got a week. Maybe we investigate that big footprint of yours and wait for Count
Cagliostro
to contact us. Sound good?
Sounds good.
We also need to go in town and get some supplies.
Oh yeah, and you hear Warlock's stomach rumble. Oh, it's been a day since I ate something.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you guys doing?
Let's go look at the footprint first.
Oh, right. The footprint.
Okay. So you are able to bring them out to where this is. Cygnus and Warlock, why don't you give us an occult check?
Oh, well.
You Benny that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Warlock has this moment of freezing up. He's like, Yeti. No, not Yeti. It's a Wendigo. What? Oh, wait. No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Sigus
Nice.
is... Oh, yeah, right, because you got your genius.
That's my re-roll from Genius.
So
yeah.
here's what both of you guys are aware of is, for one, this definitely tracks with... it may not surprise you to learn that in this world, Sasquatches are real. What may surprise you to learn is that there is a secret Sasquatch city in northern BC where they have their incredibly advanced technology, quasi-magic. It enables them to hide their entire civilization from the rest of humanity. And now that you think of it, from what you've read or heard, it's actually not far from here is where Sasquatch City is supposed to be located. And knowing that, it makes a little more sense to you now that Dr. Caliburn has a cabin located here not far away from Sasquatch City.
See Warlock's eyes like light up a little bit. He's like, seems certain that I should learn sorcery from the secret Sasquatch City.
The Sasquatches are geniuses in both magic and technology. And it just... you would need to be able to... you would need to be able to get in. They are quite selective of their, of who they let into the cities and whatnot. For obvious, security reasons for it. It also dawns on both of you that the Sasquatches have a level of understanding of the meeting up of science and technology. They may have some insight into Dee's compass that has escaped those of you who only specialize in one type of thing.
That's actually... I guess the hard part is going to be making contact. And because they're obviously reclusive by nature, obviously.
Yep.
So the hard part would be making contact and convincing them it's worth talking to us.
And if we manage to get in there, there's probably no safer place to hide from the authorities than the secret Sasquatch City.
Yep.
That's actually not a bad point either.
I say we track these Sasquatch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a relatively recent tracking or mark. Print. That's what I'm looking for. So why don't you guys give us a... Oh, where is it here? I think it's funny, as an outsider, I think that when one of the Kickstarters that came was like a reprinting of the Adventure Edition in one of the more recent Kickstarters, and I'm pretty sure I ordered a second copy of the core rulebook because I routinely have two copies open when we're playing.
Yeah. For
different places. It's one of those games that we go back to the rulebook quite a bit on it, so... Yeah. Anyone trained in survival?
No.
No.
Okay. Were you going to say something?
Oh, sorry, no.
Okay, I heard it. Oh, because I thought you had
I thought I had something, but it's not useful.
Okay. Then, who would like to make the survival or untrained check, and who would like to support?
I will make the check because I do get a free reroll because it is smarts.
And support would be an aid action, right?
Hold on. You're rolling untrained. You're not rolling a skill, though, so I don't think it actually applies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, because the phrasing of it is because what you're doing is you're rolling an untrained check as opposed to rolling... Oh, yeah, you get a free reroll on support. So
yeah, I offer to help.
Yeah. Yeah, because let's see here. Let's see. I was going to see the phrasing of a genius.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what book it was in. I guess it's in the main book.
Yeah, free reroll on all smarts and smarts-based skills. Thing is, you're rolling unskilled, so that's why you're not able to get the bonus. So, I guess one way to look at it too, guys, is who's got the bennies.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've only got one Benny.
Just double checking that one. Okay, no, that won't help with skill checks. Okay.
Oh, for dynamic duo, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only combined attacks.
So, Warlock has said he's going to support Mind Warp. You're taking the lead here, then, I guess.
And I've got a lot of bennies to.
So why don't we
rerolls.
let's have Cygnus and Warlock give the, or do you want to take the lead, Warlock, because you got a bunch of bennies?
Well, I get a free reroll, and I could spend a benny to reroll it, and we only need to get a 4, don't we?
Well, you get a free reroll on support, not when you're supported.
Yeah, not when you're the lead.
Yeah. So if I take the lead, then I won't be able to do the free reroll. If somebody else, like Mind Warp does, the more bennies to throw between us to reroll stuff.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so let's start with Cygnus and Warlock. Would you give us an untrained check, and you get a free reroll with this Warlock?
Okay, unskilled 1.
You're unskilled, not untrained.
Oh,
Look at that, plus
don't
2
need it.
already. Look at that! Plus
It's our science and technology
4.
combined.
So, Mind Warp, you're getting plus 4 to this roll. Remember, don't put a plus sign in. It was an
Right, just put
untrained.
the 4.
Yeah.
There we go. I mean, I just no double ones.
Look at that! With a raise.
Wow! Who are these guys?
So, between your science, technology,
It's
and just
destiny.
like your super speed to be able to cover a lot of ground, you're able to cover, to find these tracks fairly easily. And what you also happen to notice is that as you're going along, you don't have a specific location for Sasquatch City, but you're able to, this seems to be going back in the direction of the cabin, actually, of where you guys are staying. It then kind of leads off, where the tracks lead off is to it's not a cave per se in the sense that's going to go underground, but there is it's a cave in the sense that there's a depression that leads into the earth. And from what Cygnus and Warlock have heard, like, you should be expecting kind of like, dome-covered sci-fi city as far as what to expect from Sasquatch City. They are far too advanced to live hidden in the earth, but nevertheless, this is where the tracks lead. And with that many raises, I can tell you that these tracks are probably from today or yesterday.
Interesting.
So you guys reach this place and you see the tracks lead down into this depression. You can picture like one of the kind of a collapse in the ground where, like, just for instability or maybe a tree falling or something like that. There is a thing that goes down beneath the ground and then into the actual earth itself. That's where these tracks lead.
Secret entrance?
I think.
Well, let's fill our hearts with goodwill and good intentions and proceed.
I think so.
Okay, so you guys. Anyone have a light?
Got an app for that.
Can I create an illusion of light? Will that be real?
You just use you have to stunt it. No, I'm not going to make you spend a penny for light, so you can create a little light spell.
That.
Yeah, that'd be good enough. Yeah. You're going to just stunt for that. So you create a light as you're going down, and you guys get to the threshold of going in, and you can hear from within a low growl. It doesn't sound like a bear, but it certainly sounds as big as one. And that, guys, is where we'll be leaving this issue. So, let's see here for advancement. Let's see.
So heroes entering the deep caverns and their escape from the police and authorities.
16. Cygnus, I got good news. You get an advancement.
Woo!
And hold on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, not Bouclier, not Bouclier. Warlock, Mind Warp. 1, 2, 3. Mind Warp, you get an advancement.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. So both of you guys have advancements from today.
Oh, now I'm a veteran.
Yeah, I had mine last time. So
The title of this issue, guys, If It Bleeds, It Leads. So then, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. Let me actually just move us up here. Come on.
I say it every session, but I love this game.
It's really...
The system is amazing. The players are great.
Oh, totally.
It's a really good framework for superheroes. I think.
You know, and like I think one thing in complete agreement with that, and it not only does Savage Worlds have a great system for superpowers and whatnot, all the other stuff that makes up a Western style of superhero comic, Savage Worlds has the game architecture for that stuff, which is great. You know, especially the the crit fails. Amazing in this game, and the exploding dice, like the raises too, gives great opportunities to give extra stuff too, right? Also, guys, we have officially hit one of my white whales. I've been wanting to do a Gorilla City homage with Sasquatches since around 2003.
Awesome.
So this is 20 years. I've been waiting to do my secret Sasquatch City. So,
this isn't like the Serene of Sasquatch City, is it?
sorry?
Serene?
No.
It's
Sasquatch
like
City's never appeared in any game.
Okay.
Sasquatch City just been like, I love Gorilla City from DC Comics. Because
I
it's
couldn't
just
help myself earlier with the secret powers
Yeah,
of
the
the
allu-
Sasquatch City. I love the alliteration. So good.
Yeah. Oh, man. So then, because we got your advancements, so then for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for our latest issue of The Guard. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, the letters page, if you will, and I will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link in the description of the video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where we have a channel dedicated to Savage Worlds games, as well as most of the games we run on the channel. There is also, and most of the campaigns, there's also channels for like GM advice and stuff like that. So there's a really great community that has built up over the years. So you are more than welcome to join us over there. There is also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an amazing selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. I just made a bit of an unreasonable purchase from them on one particular game line myself that I'm going to keep secret for now. But I got some fun plans for it in future. If they do not have something in stock in their extensive catalog, you can put it on a want list and they'll send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code MuserNight. All one word, all caps. It's listed in the description of the video. That'll save yourself 10% on your purchase. There is also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages, which is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really incredible organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. And we currently are running, for the first half of the year, the charity sessions in thanks to the donors from last year. The donors from last year have selected what game we're going to play, and then we've been running sessions every 2 weeks for that. We also have, coming in 2 weeks' time, on May 4th, we'll be celebrating May the 4th with a pair of Star Wars games, and right now voting is going on the Charity Initiatives channel on the Dungeon Musings Discord server. And if you have donated $25 or more since January 1st to the Heroes Save Villages campaign, you can vote right now on what villains we are facing. The Hutts have taken a very strong lead in that voting, but we've had donors voting on what era we're playing in, what characters we're playing, heroes we're playing, what villains we're facing, releasing, and then starting on Sunday, voting will open on what game, and we're going to have options for some terrific official, non-official, and a kludge option. And then the 2 games are running on the May the 4th. One will be the winner. Whoever wins those things, we're using those components to run that one, and the runner-up will be making the second one. So far, we have the main one is going to be set during the era of the Empire, the Timothy Zahn novels, Heir to the Empire era, with scoundrels that characters will be playing. So the fine inhabitants of Mos Eisley, no doubt. And then the runner-up right now is set during the Rebellion era, playing former clone soldiers. What villains we'll be facing are being determined right now, and then what game system we'll use for each of those sessions will be determined starting tomorrow. So if you donated $25 or more since January 1st, 2024, head on over and cast your vote for that. And then you will also be entitled to vote on all the rest of the charity sessions for the rest of the year. That will be, we have some fun plans for the second half of the year, and we'll share more about that, but it'll be donors to the Heroes Save Villages campaign that will be helping to shape those sessions. The last, and again, all donations to that charity go directly to them. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to help out the kids who benefit from their services. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our stalwart heroes. That went even better than I could have hoped, guys. So, John, Will, and Jeffrey, thank you so much for joining me back in the Great White North. Yeah, I am really looking forward to seeing what happens next time. For those listening at home, in 2 weeks' time, we'll be in a galaxy far, far away, but it'll be 4 weeks after that when we return to our Heroes of the Guard. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our superheroes are encountering when they're just trying to do their job. And until we see you again, true believers, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.